3 of draft seasons. And there's only going to be one set of games today instead of 2 like usual. So just a heads up, that is what is happening right this second. And starting off with the pick band phase, because again, things were running a little bit sketchy today. But we are on, and we are ready to go now. So, thank you for bearing with us. Aiden, talk us through the beginning of this draft phase.
Well, yeah, like you said, just coming in here, so it's good to get started. Feels great. And we're on a new patch. So, you know, everyone celebrate, new patch, yay. And with that, unfortunately, we're not going to see the biggest part of the patch. I was kind of hoping that we'd get to see some Mundo gameplay. He's just so strong right now. His split pushing is kind of unmatched. But unfortunately, we're not going to get to see that. So, unfortunate in that regards. Other than that, Senna has always been a pretty solid pick. Is able, especially once you get into these longer games that we've been seeing a lot in these tournaments, Senna is actually able to really start to scale up. So, making sense to get that out of the way, take it away from the side of needlessly large rods. But other than that, pretty standard bans coming through. Mundo, obviously, very strong, like we talked about. And then champions like Hecarim and Udyr, two really strong junglers right now, able to secure that early game Scuttle Crab, and basically just start to roll over the game for themselves.
I like your analysis there. So another thing that I'm still curious whether or not we're going to be able to see in this tournament is the Rumble in the jungle. We've seen a lot of it in pro play, and we've seen quite how strong it can be, especially in the right hands. So I'm curious if we're going to get to see that anytime soon. However, it is not the case looking like this game. We're going to see the Morgana prioritized. But we do not know the jungler yet for the side of Needlessly Large Rod, so it is possible that we could see the Rumble come out against the Morgana. However, we are also going to see Peels likely pick up that Echo. I would assume he's going to be taking that Echo mid, the same as he has been the last few games in the tournament, and he has done very, very well, so I wouldn't be shocked at all. So I'm really looking to see Echo having another really good game on this Echo.
I also would like to see Echo have a good game on this Echo.
Peels on this Echo. You guys know what I mean.
I like the tankiness so far. I always find games that have a good, solid front line very interesting to watch. And right now, Needlessly Large Rods is actually pulling out a lot of engaged potential here. Leona, obviously, not much needs to be said about her. And then with the Shen too, able to really jump onto Leona if she does decide to go for those engages, making good use of his taunt as well. And then Echo, one that people might not really think about, but with his little circle, little bubble of death there, his bubble of CC, he can actually stun up quite a few number of targets if they are grouped. So we do have a lot of CC potential, a lot of good engage on the side of Needlessly Large Rods right now, which is going to be interesting to see. They're obviously right now going to draft kind of a team fight / send Shen up top lane and do like a 1-4 comp. If they can try to engage a fight while Shen is split pushing, they always have that ability to get Shen jumping back onto the team there. And on the flip side, with Team Supp Diff, they opted to start with a bit of a wombo combo comp, right? They have the Gnar, which is obviously a huge wombo combo potential. Couple that with the Morgana, and they're on their way to really throwing out some big combos here. The Akali.
Twitch pick.
Okay.
Sorry to cut you
pick.
off, but that Twitch pick is very interesting, and I kind of love it.
Yeah, one thing about Twitch is that he was super popular. Everyone was playing him. That he had that AP build, and then that kind of got nerfed a bit. And his AD just, well, it's good. It just was never as good as that cheese AP pick. So you just don't see people picking him a lot. There's a whole bunch of other ADCs. Currently, a lot of the newer ADCs that are just in better spots right now. But always fun to see Twitch. Uh, he has a lot of potential opening up from his stealth with his ultimate to really catch people off guard. So that will, as you said, be very interesting to watch.
So right now, I'm trying to figure out. I'm assuming we're going to be seeing the Sylas in the jungle here. Since we are going to go ahead and see Sylas, Morgana, Vayne, Akali, Gnar, we know where the Gnar is going. We know where the Akali is going to be going. We know where the Vayne is going to be going. But I would assume that Sylas will be going jungle, and we're going to have Morgana on support.
We've seen crazier things.
We have seen crazier things. We've had a Camille support in this tournament, so there's always crazier things that could happen. So we will have to see what ends up happening. But right now, I'm seeing Cloudy Day, who has typically been the jungler, with Ignite on still.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any smites, so this is going to be interesting.
I don't know if people have forgotten.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know if people have forgotten. Okay. But yeah, fantastic.
Unless it's the UI that's, you know, a little bit behind.
Could be the UI. Could be the UI. In which case, it's an Akali support, which would be absolutely wild to me. Or unless Senpai's taking that mid. But regardless, I think this is going to be a fantastic game. A whole bunch of engage on the side of needlessly large rods, and just a whole bunch of damage on the side of Supp Diff. We're going to take a quick 3-minute break to let the stream catch up for the spectator delay, and we will be right back.
We'll catch you guys in just a few moments. for game 1 of Team Supp Diff versus the side of Team Needlessly Large Rods. So we have Supp Diff over on the blue side, Needlessly Large Rods over on the red side. And we are into game 1 of the only series of the night, which is going to be an interesting one. But, I mean, it'll still be fun. Even though we're only having one series. We're already seeing a little quick engage at the beginning of the game. But that's just going to be a scary tactic, I think.
Yeah, it's nice to see a bit of action though. We've seen 5 points in this tournament, so it's always nice to see a bit of action. And even if that action is just a skill shot being thrown, it always makes for some enjoyment.
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, it's so much better, right? It's some action going on the screen. It's always nice to watch. A bit of a late start coming in for the bot side. Leona just making her way down now, but that's regardless of the fact because Nocturne should be starting top lane, and he is starting on that red buff. So pretty standard start for both teams right now. Silas should probably be getting a bit of a heftier leash onto this jungle camp. So Team Supp Diff going to be a bit farther behind, not tons, but won't have priority in that bot lane for those first couple of levels. Especially when you're playing against somebody like a Leona. If that Leona gets an early level 2 on you, obviously she's going to try to go for that engage. So just something that Team Supp Diff is going to have to actually watch out for here in regards to the bot lane. And as for, actually, maybe a bit aggressive right now, but deciding to back off. As for the rest of the game, we talked about it before. Lots of engage coming out on the side of Needlessly Large Rods. So Team Supp Diff, if they're winning this, it's all about disengage and peel for them. Peeling that vein, disengaging, and being able to get damage off without getting caught.
Speaking about damage going off right now, we're seeing a little bit of a skirmish there in the mid lane. The Akali versus the Echo, considering this is, I guess you can technically call it like a double assassin lane. Should be an interesting lane to watch. I'm expecting a lot of fireworks between those two. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch, and especially if the Akali can go ahead and get on the back line. So if Senpai can go ahead and get onto T-Man Billy later in the game, I think that he's going to be able to do a lot of work. Akali is obviously not full one-shot potential early.
Actually see something here. We have the Nocturne coming down, hovering around that mid lane. And it does seem like Cloudy Day wants to try to go in onto this Echo, maybe just waiting for him to take a couple steps. Early engages, though, with a Silas, if he can get that lockdown, but Akali doesn't have much to follow it up. So on these ganks, I would want to think that Cloudy Day actually wants to try to stray towards the bot side where he has the Morgana to actually lock up both Coltimus and Team and Billy there. So that's what I kind of want to look for him on that side. How about Nocturne? What are you looking for?
Nocturne, I like Nocturne as a champion. I think he's very strong. However, I definitely do think that when he's in the jungle and not in lane, he really starts to become a very oppressive threat at level 6. Especially into this enemy team right now because Gnar, right? Doomsday on the Gnar is likely going to be one of the tankiest, if not the only tank. And as I'm talking, we're going to see them go in and we're going to see Mr. Essence of Flames go down on that vein. But Ken O'Hara is going to be able to make it out. And we're seeing this Twitch get very ahead already. He's already 13 CS up. He has a kill. So this Twitch is looking to accelerate his early game and get himself to be, the powerhouse that we know Twitch can be if he farms up and gets strong. And lets the game time run. So hopefully... flash in from Jarrett. And misses the taunt.
Just why Jarrett chasing onto Doomsday. Doomsday, can he make it out? No, he cannot.
The Ignite.
Jarrett's going to take 2 turret shots. Doesn't even matter. That's a plus 150, I believe. Gold. 300. Oh my gosh, my math is off today.
Something into your pocket. That's all I know. But he did have to burn the Flash Ignite for that. Doomsday still does have his TP and his Flash. And he is just going to go ahead and use his TP top to go ahead and, not lose too much farm, not lose too much XP.
Yeah, so one thing I do want to bring up, we were talking about it earlier, actually, in the loading screen, is what is the Twitch going to go? Looks like our answers, our questions have been answered here. And T-Man Bailey actually going to opt to go for the AP Twitch. We were talking about that earlier. It's not as strong as it used to be. And I'm almost questioning it because it doesn't seem like there's enough AD on Team Needlessly Large Rods right now to kind of support
Oh.
an AP Twitch. Almost. a little bit
Questionable
actually.
engage, but I
Oh,
guess
talking
it
about
kind of worked.
questionable engages, Jared up topside is actually able to take a couple, and oh my god, Cloudy Day
Okay.
should be going down here. Team and Billy off to the side here, and oh my word, everyone's getting traded. Senpai able to pick up one for himself on the peels, going back in onto Coltimus. Coltimus has a lot of CC though, able to stop him up just for now. Senpai wants more blood though, doesn't realize that Team and Billy's off on the side.
Oh,
Team and Billy's gonna go for a couple autos,
Chanel comes down.
but oh, Chenault also gonna arrive just a bit late to the party there. And bot lane, in the meantime, going to be able to get it farmed up here. And now here comes Wise Gopher onto Doomsbay. Going to be able to stun him up just a
I
bit.
think that's
But
going to be a
that's a
kill.
lot of damage. Doomsbay having to run for his life yet again. One more auto attack will do it. Another flash forward. Will
The
the
minion's going to
minions
kill
be
him, though.
enough? Oh my
It
word.
looks like he's going to be able to get out. And he makes
Gets
it out.
out.
That was so close. Or if you know the words of Mr. Donkey himself, not even close, baby.
Not even close, baby.
never close. It's always under control, and it's always calm, cool, and collected. One thing we haven't talked about yet, though, this game is dragons. So we see the first dragon up
Dragons.
now, which is the Infernal. I'd be interested to see who's going to be working towards getting that dragon first. I feel like in the bot lane right now, Needless to Large Rods probably does have a little bit more priority than the side of Team Supp Diff. So if we can get the jungler to finish his clear, come down, get 6 maybe before he reaches the dragon threshold here, I think that it could be an interesting fight going around on the bot side. And possibly Needless to Large Rods picking up that dragon for their back pockets.
Yeah, Needlessly Large Rod's actually coming out here right now and just having an explosive start. Already up a couple of kills. They've had some good rotations onto the mid lane, onto the top side. So if they continue that, for sure, it will be looking like they are able to grab the dragon for themselves. And like you said, they do have that priority in the bot side. Right now, Leona, it can pretty much decide what engage Coltimus wants to take. And there's really not too much that the bot lane of Supp Diff can do. Maybe they go for Morgana stun, but if that's not up, Coltimus and Team and Billy really have free range on this bot side. And Essence of Flames and Kanarhara have to respect that. And they might be trying to bait something out right now with Wise Gopher on the side lane. They might be trying to take this and then transition it to a dragon. And here we go.
Gonna say keep in mind, Nocturne 6, so he can ult in if he gets a vision here. Oh, but we're gonna see Coltimus go down. Wise Gopher is gonna turn on Kanarahar and he's gonna get 2 flashes. He's gonna get every single summoner out of that enemy bot lane. The cleanse, the flash, the other flash, and the exhaust all going down for Essence of Flames and Kanarahar, but they're gonna get away with their lives. And that possibly opens up the ability for the dragon. However, if you are going to go ahead and look at the minimap, we see Silas is actually in the enemy jungle on the top side. So that dragon is not going to be picked up right now. And completely unrelated to any plays that are happening right now. I love this Twitch skin. I think the W on this Twitch skin looks super, super cool. So I'm really liking this Twitch pick just because of that skin. And it looks like that Twitch pick is going to work. He's going to be able to pick up that kill. That poison and ignite's just going to take Kano Rahara down. I think he probably underestimated how much damage AP Twitch does still do. And we see huge roam to the top side from Coltimus. And we see the follow-up from Peels. We see the follow-up from Wise Gopher. It looks like they're just going to be looking to play around this Rift Herald, pick up that Rift Herald, and should be relatively uncontested. I don't think that the side of Supp Diff can handle it. They do know, but I don't know if they can go ahead and pull off the contest. We see the Akali backing. We saw Cloudy Day on the Silas backing. And Doomsbay on the Gnar just isn't strong enough to be able to go in 1v3, possible 1v4 if Peels was to go over on the Echo. So I think there's going to be Rift Herald over to the side of Team Needless to Large Rods. That is one objective down on the map. Now we're just waiting to see who picks up that number 2 of the Infernal Drake.
Yeah, and I'm almost surprised that Dragon hasn't been picked up as of yet. It is a big dragon, right? That Infernal Dragon can do a lot, especially if you're on the side of needlessly large rods. T-Man Billy's really getting himself going onto this Twitch right now, and an AP Twitch, if he can get himself ahead, is gonna do some insane amount of damage. So I'm almost just shocked that this dragon hasn't been picked up yet, even by Supp Diff too, because there's been chances from both sides. to go ahead and pick up this dragon. And both teams just seem a bit nervous to try and do so. Both teams not really wanting to make the play to call out these bigger objectives. But it does seem like needlessly large rods finally are going to go to decide to pick that up for themselves. So good on them.
Yeah, I think that fully makes sense. Like we were talking about the priority in the bottom lane. Peels is doing fine in the mid lane, so he can roam over. And as I say that, he might not be doing fine. But the stand united is going to come down. It's going to save him for a little bit. He is going to be able to E away, but Senpai is going to be able to kill him and get the flash away. But Senpai has no ult, no flash, no ignite. So he is a little bit more vulnerable now. And we do see Coltimus coming up to help. Silas is going to miss the chain. Coltimus is going to be able to get the stun down to Cloudy Day. Tosses down the exhaust. Don't know how much that's going to do. But with the Twitch nearby, he is unseen. He's in stealth. He's going to be able to just absolutely melt through the health bar of Cloudy Day. And they might be able to get some damage off on this mid turret. If they have that Herald. Was the Herald already dropped?
Herald
was already dropped. I'm crazy. I'm sorry. I'm blind. I do have glasses, and my eyes are genuinely bad, so I can actually kind of use that excuse and have it be somewhat warranted. But as I'm talking about that, we're going to see a 3-man gank in the bottom lane. The 2 bottom laners and the jungler.
Oh,
I mean, the bottom lane is ganking their own lane. But this Morgana ult could be huge. Not going to go through, though. Essence of Flames going to be getting attacked here. But Coltimus is likely going to be going down. Doomsday is going to be able to just turn on him, pick him up. Doomsday does not have the Narbar charged up. Wise Gopher on the Nocturne is going to be able to likely get a Fear off on him if you can. Peel is going to be flashing in onto the Doomsday, onto the Gnar, and is going to be able to do some work. Cloudy Day coming in and doing major damage to Peels, even though being 2 levels down. But Cloudy Day is likely going to be able to just walk away. 2-man Billy's just going to poke him with that W, maybe throw an E on him, do some damage. But looking really good for needlessly large rods right now. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, looking good. The gold isn't that, far apart, though. Even though there's been lots of kills and lots of gold been going over, they're just starting to ramp up. They can't take their foot off the gas right yet. Even though that Twitch is 5-0, which is fantastic right now for Team and Billy, and fantastic for the side of needlessly large rods, they can't let up. If they want to win this game, they have to try to keep pressuring, because Supp Diff, they want it just as bad, and they have some really amazing scaling champions on their team right now. But Senpai might be also dying here. Coltimus with another roam. Gonna miss the ultimate. Senpai dropping a bit of BM. Says you can't touch this. He's gonna be able to get out for freemium.
I think one thing on Coltimus right now, sorry to cut you off, but he is still level 6. From all the roaming he's been doing, Coltimus is still only level 6, so he is quite a few levels behind everybody else. But if you look over to Kanohara is also level 6, so it's a battle of the roaming supports, it seems.
Yeah, that's just classic support XP right there. Not too much to be said about that. They're always going to be a level or 2 behind. But yeah, 3 levels almost is a bit extreme. But if it's working, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And they don't seem to be wanting to try to fix it anytime soon, because they've got a couple kills on this Twitch, which is just doing absolutely wonders for them. But like I said before, Vayne, fantastic scaling. Kano or Hara on the Morgana too. 1 binding in late game, and they can be, and anyone they hit is really dead. Again, Cloudy Day, fantastic scaling onto that. Just a team of absolute menaces in the late game. So needlessly large rods has to make their play almost quicker too. And here we go. That's going to be a catch. Oh my Twitch damage. Essence of Flame's going to drop too, because poison from the Twitch just
that's what a 14-minute Nashor's Tooth 10-stack Dark Seal Twitch will do to you. Oh my god. Blown up. They're looking to get a kill back. But Jerry is going to be able to flash over it. Nocturne ultimate is going to come down and actually going to kind of put them in a really bad spot. And actually go
the Echo.
Echo is going to be donated the kill over onto Cloudy Day. So Peels is 2-2-1 right now. That's really good on him. He kind of needed that gold because he wasn't necessarily super far behind. But with the Akali being 2-0-0, 118 CS as opposed to 1-2-1, 93 CS on the Echo. That kill going over 2 Peels is really good for him. So we're going to see if he can, take that and run with it. However, I am looking for the scaling here on Senpai's Akali. He's playing it very well so far. We're going to see if he can continue that.
Yeah, I think we've both discussed it. Scaling is the name of the game if your team's Supp Diff right now. But that also means not giving away too many kills, and Senpai might actually be donating another kill over to Peels right now.
Yeah, with that
And
Stand
there comes
United.
the Shen. Wow, Shen with these Stand United seems like he's absolutely everywhere. And Team Needlessly Large Rods is absolutely making a game of this for themselves.
I'm really liking the Shen pick. Shen's ultimate is honestly, it's a love-hate relationship because the thing is with Shen ult, if you have it on your team, you love it because you can make any mistake you want, and this guy's gonna ult you and shield you for your entire health. But if he's on the enemy team, that's gonna happen to the enemy AD carry when you dive onto their backline. You think you're in a great spot, you think you have a pick, nope. Shen's there, and he's just gonna taunt you. You're gonna be screwed. And it's looking like Essence of Flames might be screwed. Coltimus is behind him. T-Man Billy's coming in on the Twitch. This CC lock from the Leon is probably just going to put him out of luck. I don't know how necessary that Nocturne ult's going to be, but it is going to go ahead and pick up that kill. One thing about the Nocturne really quick before we move on is it does appear as though Wise Gopher is going to be going for the Bruiser Nocturne build. As we see, he does have the Stride Breaker now rather than any lethality items, which isn't a bad idea. I kind of like that idea coming out from him. And we're going to see another team fight go down. Colton's might be losing his life, but T-Man Billy on the Twitch can be able to just do so much damage. Kane and Rahara are going to be able to, stopwatch, but it's just not going to be able to do anything. T-Man Billy is unseen by Senpai. He's going to be able to walk in. He does not have his R up, though, but he still might be able to kill him. With the Ignite, with the Poison, I think they might still be able to pick up Senpai. Senpai is going to be able to get out, though. He's going to be burned down from the Twitch Poison, but not quite enough damage going down just yet, I don't think. So we're going to see that be fine. Doomsday and Jared in the top lane. We're going to see Doomsday pick up that top turret. So that is the first turret going down on the top lane for the side of Team Supp Diff, which is really nice for them. We do see the next dragon coming up in 4 minutes. So we're looking for a little bit of setup going down in 2 minutes, and we likely see a big fight hopefully in 3 minutes. Add to the entertaining value as well as this gank from Cloudy Day adding to the entertainment value. A lot of stun lock with that Everfrost. However, I don't know if they have quite enough damage yet, but we're going to see Doomsday go Mega Gnar, throw the house, take out Coltimus's movement speed. Wise Gopher's going to be able to ult. He's going to ult on to the Silas. Silas is going to steal a Stand Unite. He's going to use it, and he's going to go down. But not before getting the flash from Wise Gopher. That's perfectly fine in my opinion. However, Doomsday is likely going to go down with the Leona coming in to just, lock him up for about 15 seconds and tank every single point of damage and just walk away with no issue, even from the turret, is incredible. This Twitch is really starting to take over this game. Twitch and Nocturne. This is an incredible combination that I never thought I'd expect to say, especially in this tournament. Just because Twitch doesn't really get all that much playtime anymore, but we're seeing how strong AP Twitch truly is. He does have the Nashers. He has 18 stacks on the Medjais. This is a scary, scary rat. This is the one you go into the New York sewers that's been there for 30 years and is, mutated from everything that's going down in there. So I think that this is going to be an incredibly scary rat coming very soon. And I don't think he's going to be falling off anytime soon because his damage is still incredible. It's still relatively early in the game. And I think that this rat is going to become a real issue for the side of Team Supp Diff.
A New York sewer rat.
It does look like
a real terrifying thing, and a real terrifying thing that is T-Man Billy absolutely shredding through. That's going to be Kanohara having to use the Zonias to even stay alive. Holy smokes, this 8-0 Twitch is really getting scaling here. But one of the things, again, I keep bringing this up because, it's kind of a big important thing. Oh, never mind, cancel that. Coltimus diving in to the Senpai 76, able to take up a bit of damage. Here comes the Shen ultimate, though, onto Coltimus. He's going to be able to join the fight anytime soon. Never mind, that was a fake out. And here comes the Nocturne. But T-Man Billy, in the end, is going to actually be able to get the kill. Jared on the backside helping out any way he can, but an engage back onto Coltimus. Here's Cloudy Day, able to drop the Leona ultimate, able to have enough damage to actually burn him down. T-Man Billy is actually going to trade his life over to Essence of Flames. That's not going to be entirely worth it. Wise Gopher now is just going to try to zone off Cloudy Day. Well, Jared hits the turret, but here comes Kanahara. Will that connect? Wise Gopher able to just peel off there a bit. Cloudy Day is still on the hunt, though. He's looking. He does still have that Leona ultimate, so he does want to go back in. Opts not to, just for now. Lots of damage, lots of fights coming in on both sides. I don't know if trading with Team and Billy onto Essence of Flames right now at this moment was entirely worth it.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure either because that's a lot of shutdown gold that just went into the pocket of Essence of Flames. And if you have a Vayne 1 in 5, clearly she's still going to be scary late game if you can make it to late game. But if you keep her shut down and don't let her get gold, you won't be able to make it to late game because the AD carry is just not going to be like not going to be anywhere near as impactful. As we see, a 10-1-4 Twitch is going to be a lot more impactful than a 2-5-1 Vayne. At least for now.
Yeah, yeah, and that's another thing, right? You can't be giving away too much shutdown because this Vayne is going to scale, but an AP Twitch doesn't scale as hard.
Yeah,
So with
absolutely
Team
not.
Needlessly Large Rods, they have to worry about when does their scaling end. Oh, nice fancy feet by
Aggressive
Senpai.
flash.
Fancy feet with the ultimate, with the jump back. Absolutely insane, but he might get caught out here. Here's the Nocturne ult. Gonna jump onto the back line, but does he have enough damage? I think he does, able to actually take down Senpai 76, but he's still alive, running for his life, and now Doomsbane Gnar is out, able to get off heels, stuck to the wall. Essence of Flames doing his best Gosu impression, able to take down a bit of damage. He might just get caught out, but the orb walking is absolutely incredible. Now Jarrett might be getting caught out. The flash forward, Kanahara now having to Zanya's up. Wise Gopher should be able to get one kill now. The stun will lock him up just for now. The dragon is open. Cloudy Day still full health. Essence of Flames still full health. And Needlessly Large Rods might have to give this one over, but they do see the vision. Wise Gopher is still staying around. Peel's still staying around onto this dragon. Can they go for the steal? Essence of Flames is actually going to be the ones to secure it, and now they're on to Wise. But T-Man Billy on the backside, opening up with that rat-a-tat-tat, isn't quite able to get the damage. Essence of Flames now the primary target. Nocturne ult is up, looking for it, but they decide to go for the back. That was a whole bunch of fighting, and with Rift Herald being so close to getting expired, it seems like Needlessly Large Raw just want to try to take what they can, reset, and drop Heraldina somewhere else, somewhere safer, where they can get a good push off with it.
Yeah, absolutely. I really like that dragon pickup for this other team, Supp Diff, because we did see them down 2-0 in dragons. And we see them down 20-8 in kills. But in reality, we don't see that much of a gold difference. We only see a little over 3k. This Rift Herald looking to extend that lead just a little bit. However, the gold lead is not quite as much as you would expect from how dominant it seems Needlessly Large Rods is right now. So that, like I said, the Rift Herald is going to be able to donate to that a little bit. However, that is only going to add a couple hundred gold. So to be just about 4k gold up when you have over double the kills, you have an extra dragon, you have more turrets, is pretty impressive for the side of Team Supp Diff. And you know what that shows to me? That shows the power of shutdowns. That shows just how much gold shutdowns can give, especially when you're 8-0 on a Twitch. Giving that shutdown over to the Vayne can put a lot of gold into her pocket. So Essence of Flames is very happy with that shutdown. Several other shutdowns, as you can see right now. Nocturne's got a 550 gold shutdown. Echo has a 150 gold shutdown. And as I'm talking about that, we're seeing them start up the Baron.
Yeah, I was actually about to say, hold that thought real quick, because Team Needlessly Large Rods, I think they do understand that they need to get this ball rolling. They need to start to look towards the end game right now, because if they don't, they're going to be caught in a really tough spot where Team Supp Diff has actually started to catch up. You talked about the goal difference not being that large. Well, kudos to Team Supp Diff for keeping it within the range so far. But Needlessly Large Rods, if they want to start to try to win this game, if they want to have any attempt at winning this game, they have to almost start doing that now. They did pick up the Baron, so that is going to help a bit. But they need to really get off a big team fight right here and look to have that Twitch open up with that engage, try to just obliterate the backline while he still has enough damage to do so before Team Supp Diff can actually respond. On the flip side, if Team Supp Diff can keep doing what they're doing, and if they can deny this Baron from actually having impact on the game and stopping them from trying to get any objectives with this Baron play right now, they're in a really good spot, because that's an additional 3 minutes onto the Baron that they've just saved themselves. And that's 3 minutes of XP and gold and levels and items. So we're in a really finicky spot right now. If Team Needlessly Large Rods can't make a play right now with this Baron, they're almost starting to hand the game over to Team Supp Diff.
In a way, I absolutely agree, but at the same time, we do see the complete and utter tankiness coming out from the side of Team Needlessly Large Rods. We have the Leona, we have the Shen, and we have Bruiser Nocturne. And I don't want to talk too much on that right now, just because of the fact that we see some stuff happening. Teammate Billy
Twitch ult down
on that ult. But I don't think the ult is that low of a cooldown, or that long of a cooldown at this point. He is level 13. So I wouldn't be too stressed about that. However, looking at the Twitch, he is doing the classic Twitch thing where he doesn't have his mythic item yet. However, the rest of the team is going to have their mythic items. And we're also going to see Ken or Haru no mythic item. We're going to see Wise go for on the Nocturne, dive onto the Gnar. Doomsbay going to be forced to flash away. But he is going to get away with his life, and that's going to be perfectly fine. Jarrett somehow getting tower aggro. Just going to have to use his E to get away here. They're looking to get this turret, but they might be able to go down here. They have a lot of people. All 5 are committed to that bottom side, and that kind of leaves the mid lane open for a split or push by the side of Team Needlessly Large Rods. They're going to give up the inhib turret and possibly the inhib to try to get at least 1 kill bottom lane. They committed all 5. I'm not quite too sure how effective that will have been. Dude, with a huge Gnar. Senpai just absolutely melting through the health bars with Ultimus, and Peel's forced to ult away. Essence of Flames is going to be able to likely pick up Peel's. Huge for Essence of Flames. He picked up 2 kills now. He's up to 4 and 5. He got another shutdown. That's a lot of gold going into the Vayne's pocket, and that can be scary. I was talking about the tankiness. However, with Essence of Flames getting fed on the Vayne, that tankiness isn't going to be as much of a worry anymore.
Yeah, tankiness doesn't really matter when you've got a Vayne on your team who can, like, 3-shot any tank late game. So, you know, this is what I talked about. They were able to pick up an inhib and a turret. Well, not an inhib, actually. Just they were able to pick up the turret. Handing over the dragon, though. So, what I talked about, Team Supp Diff almost being handed... Oh, actually, let me hold on to that thought. Team-Man Billy doing so much damage. Might be able to get a kill. Oh, and Team-Man Billy with that Shen shield is absolutely huge. Essence of Flame onto the backside. Not going to be able to do it just enough. Wise Gophers here. Woo! But that's another massive shield. And now, Team Needlessly Large Rods. Can they make a push out of this? 2 people dead with decently long death timers. Can they get anything off of this?
I think you just honor the rat. I think that's what they get off of this. Honor the rat. That damage is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And like I said, this guy doesn't even have his mythic yet. So he doesn't have any of the juicy bonuses that any mythic will give you. So it's kind of crazy to me. But what I'm looking for in the mythic right now for this Twitch is probably the Rift Maker, would be my assumption. And at the same time, we're just going to have to see Team Supp Diff likely just defend for now. I don't think they can push up too far. They don't have a whole lot of priority. They don't have a ton of vision outside of their jungle. They do have a little bit in the rivers. But that is not all that important in the bottom side right now, at least for the dragon. However, we do... Actually, no, sorry. I'm thinking of Team Needlessly Large Rods. We only see vision in the dragon pit. What am I talking about? I got my colors mixed up. We only see vision in the dragon pit for the side of Team Supp Diff. And 1 bush right there by the Raptors. We are going to see the Gnar forced away from Doomsday. Cloudy Day is going to be going in onto the Nocturne. But Wise Gopher is just going to be able to use that Stradbreaker, get away. But going back to the tankiness just real quick. So we see the Stradbreaker, we see the Hydra, we see the Sterix going down for the Nocturne. We see the Titanic Hydra. We see the Sunfire Cape. I don't know what it's actually called now. I think it's just the Sunfire Aegis, I believe. But Sunfire Cape is cooler. I miss those days. It was just a nice, simple name. We see the Tabbies, or as they're called now, the Plated Steel Caps. And a Bramble Vest. So it's likely to deal with the Gnar and the Vayne. However, I think they are sleeping on this Akali a little bit, because this Akali is starting to get scary as well. She has the Night Harvester, Lich Bane, a little bit of Merc Treads, she has the Stopwatch. So I'm looking for this Akali to make some big plays to hopefully burn down the Twitch. But Jarrett, with that Stand United, has been coming pretty clutch. So I'm not quite too sure how easy it is to be able to take down that Twitch. We are just some clearing. Did your mic die or what?
I thought your mic died for a second. I was very worried there. No, all I really want to say is we're probably gonna see a big Baron fight right here. Both teams are getting set up here. Senpai might actually be getting caught out. That's going to be Leona not coming out just yet. However, that's Wise Gopher using his ultimate. Finally, the Leona ultimate comes back out. Senpai able to dash away, though, with that black shield. And the Nocturne jumping back in.
That Shen shield.
But
That
oh
is
my.
insane.
And the Twitch shield is just, or the Twitch damage is just insane. They're turning onto Baron right now. Cloudy Day is going to have to try to give that up, run for his life, because T-Man Billy is on the hunt. And that is absolutely one scary rat. Wise Man Gopher. T-Man Billy should be able to start up this Baron. And this is the Baron we need to see pushing. If you're on the side of Team Needlessly Large Rods, if you get this Baron, you have to make a play with it. Because even though the Vayne died quickly, we're seeing a lot of huge damage come out of the Vayne right now. Essence of Flames is doing wonders on this Vayne right now, starting from so far back. Cloudy Day wanting to make it in. The Blast Cone's going to save him just for now. Damage on the Baron. That's a steal. That's a steal, and he does it. Cloudy Day risks his life and limb, but is able to take the Baron away from the hands of Needlessly Large Rods.
My assumption is now that they did that, Supp Diff does have the Baron. They're going to have a little bit of push capability now, and they're not going to be stuck right at their base the whole time. But they are also probably not going to be able to pick up this Dragon. I think this Dragon is going to be donated over to the side of Team Needlessly Large Rods. I don't think Cloudy Day is going to be up in time to go ahead and try another steal. So, like I said, it's looking like it's going to be a Needlessly Large Rods Dragon. Puts them to soul point with that Cloud Soul. And honestly, with that Shenel, I think that Cloud Soul could be pretty big. So, I'd be a little bit worried right now if I was Supp Diff, just because of the cooldowns that they have. We have the Echo ult, the Nocturne ult, the Shen ult, the Leona ult, and the Twitch ult, all being a menace with that low cooldown. Just because of the fact that Twitch can then hit you from so far away, build up his stacks, and just start to melt through your health bar very, very quickly, especially with that Halo Blades and that ult up. And then if he can get in range of that E, then your health is gone. Shen, his ult shields for 95% of your health bar. The Nocturne takes away all your ability to see. It's like me taking off my glasses. The Leona provides about 5,000 minutes of CC time. And then the Echo just basically gets a second chance at life. So
I'm gonna take the opposite stance.
Really?
To be quite honest. Yeah, you know what? With obviously a soul is a soul, and that's gonna do, as you said, wonders. Team Supp Diff is being given a whole bunch of time. That Baron steal granting them so much time. This Vayne is starting to scale up, and this Akali is starting to really scale and do so much damage. We're almost getting to a point right now that Team Supp Diff is starting to overtake Team Needlessly Large Rods. The Vayne, once she gets to that level 16, is really going to be at a point where where Essence of Flames is actually able to put out more damage than the Shen ult is ever going to be able to supply. So we're really right now at this tipping point here. Both teams are really strong. Don't get me wrong. A 12-2 Twitch right now is absolutely going to do a whole bunch of damage and be able to one-shot whoever he wants. But it's getting to this point right now where that Twitch isn't going to be able to do more damage than the Vayne.
That is a very fair way to look at it. And looking at the health bar of Cloudy Day, even on the Silas, he's seeming to start to get some health. Not help, but he is getting some help. But that's not what I was, going for at first. Jarrett's going to somehow take turret aggro again. I thought he was behind the minions, but it seems as though he was not. But he is going to get a little bit of a split push, get that tier 2 top lane, and likely just going to be able to get out. He has his ult available if he needs it. So as long as he can avoid the Silas, I think he is going to be perfectly okay. He's not even going to need to use his ult. He's just going to be able to walk out. Jarrett's going to be perfectly fine. We do see a Dragon coming up in 2.5 minutes, but we also see a Baron coming up around the same time. Who do you think is going to prioritize Baron? Who do you think is going to prioritize the Dragon Age?
Well, I think both teams are really going to want to go for that Dragon. Obviously, Team Supp Diff doesn't want to give over the Dragon Soul, and Team Needlessly Large Rods wants to pick it up. If both of these objectives were up, I would really say that team right now, Team Needlessly Large Rods, they're on the 3 dragons. They're looking towards getting the Dragon Soul, so they're going to be prioritizing that. And because of that, Team Supp Diff, in a way, are prioritizing it. However, if I'm Team Supp Diff and I really had to choose one or the other, I would go with the Baron right now. The Baron has been giving them a whole bunch of time to just relax and get some farm without having to worry too much about their base. That's not going to be the case in this game. The case is going to be the Soul. I think the Soul is the next big team fight we're going to see.
I think you hit the nail on the head. And here's the thing. We're talking about that Twitch. This could be the last team fight where he really can take over a little bit more than Essence of Flames can. So we're going to see if that Riftmaker, the Death Cap, the Nashers, and the 19 stack Magi with a stopwatch on 3 members of Needlessly Large Rods is going to be able to do some work. We see Doomsday and Jarrett duking out in the top lane a little bit. Doomsday does have the teleport, so he's able to stay up here a little bit longer than Jarrett can. If you didn't factor in the fact that Shen has a global ultimate. So if you use your brain, unlike me, you can figure that out right away. So Doomsday has the TP advantage, but Jarrett has the ultimate advantage. So regardless, both top laners can make it to the Dragon Pit if needed. But Doomsday right now does not have any Gnar built up, and he is recharging a little bit because he did just have it charged up. But it's looking like it's already back. So ignore me. Everything I say is just outdated. So basically, you guys can just go ahead, don't listen to me, listen to everything Aiden says, and just treat my words like white noise, and I'm just filling the gaps.
Well, no matter what, we're going to be seeing a big fight, and we're really going to start to see who wins this game. I honestly believe whoever can win this next big team fight, 5v5, is going to be the true winners of this game. Whether that's Team Needlessly Large Rod and they can pick up that Dragon Soul, or whether that's Team Supp Diff and we see them actually at the point where they've taken over. That's what we're going to find out in this team fight. Who is currently ahead? And here we go. Starting off, all the ultimates being blown now. That's going to be Coltimus actually dropping right away to Essence of Flames. Heals now on the backside, having to use that Zonya's. Team and Billy untouched, remaining untouched, able to do so much damage. And oh my word, Essence of Flames unable to run away. Wise Gopher and Jarrett just deleting him right there. He was trying to do his best to run away, and Needlessly Large Rod's gonna be able to go ahead and take what they want from that. I think they could take the base.
I absolutely think they could take the base. Like I said, this could be the last team fight that Team Aunt Billy is going to be overtaking Essence of Flames and his impact. And Essence of Flames did fantastic. Blew Coltimus up very, very quickly. Took down his health bar very, very quickly. And I believe it was onto Wise Gopher. Wise Gopher's health bar started to disappear very fast. But then they got some CC onto him. And Essence of Flames could not cleanse 5 different levels of CC. So it was unfortunate for him. He tried to play it as best as he could. And he did do some major, major damage. But we saw the Twitch be virtually untouched that entire fight. So when you can just sit at the back and get damage down without being touched, it doesn't matter who you are. As long as you have some sort of damage, whatever ADC is left untouched is going to be able to pop down some damage. And in that fight, it was Team Aunt Billy.
Unable to get CC onto the back line was the name of the game. They're going to be able to get themselves a Baron, so it does seem like Team Needlessly Large Rods potentially one more push here. Team Aunt Billy should still be just a bit stronger. We saw that from the last fight, but that was also in part that he was able to get all that CC. No one was really able to touch him in that last fight. So if Team Supp Diff gets onto him and they can actually lock him down, that might be Team Aunt Billy. He's a very squishy rat. However, still does lots of damage. So one more team fight I think will set it up, and it looks like we're going for one last push here because Jared does have that ultimate. It looks like it's one more 5v5 here. Peels setting up, and why don't you take us away? Ooh, maybe not. Both teams just testing out the waters. This is gonna be wild. Doomsday has that Gnar. They might be waiting out that Gnar here. Team Needlessly Large Rods waiting for that Gnar to go down. They have the Baron minions pushing in now. Joey, take us for this final team fight.
I think that would absolutely be the smart play. We see Doomsday go down into Mini Gnar now, and that's the perfect time to engage. Team Aunt Billy going to be taking out Canna Rahara on the Morgana. That is perfectly fine for them. They're going to be still going in. Colton's going to be charging in, but I'm not quite sure how much that's going to be able to do. Double Hourglass coming out from Teammate Billy and Mr. Cloudy Day. And that's just going to be the game. There's not really a whole lot else to say. The minis are destroying the base too fast. All they needed was just 2 quick kills and the game was over.